Todd here. So if you're using the Telesin ProShot imaging grip, this might be the accessory you didn't know you needed. Today we're going to be checking out the magnetic flashlight and seeing whether it's an accessory that you need for your mobile imaging kit or just another add-on. If you watch my video on the ProShot imaging grip, you know I like a tool that makes your iPhone feel more like a camera. And this magnetic flashlight is just another tool I think that can make it better. So let's break it down and see if it's worth adding to your kit. So here we have the Telesin ProShot imaging grip with the flashlight on there, and it's on my Telesin iPhone case that came with the master grip. I did another video on that grip as well. So they've all just got magnets, and I tell you, this little flashlight, it's right here, and it just, when it's on there, it is on there, I tell you. And then it's adjustable, you know, you can tip it out or whatever. But the nice thing is, it's got the little thing so you can set it. If you wanted to, you could set it on the table, on a table, over here somewhere by itself, which is nice. And once you've got it all connected in Bluetooth, pretty simple, seamless to connect this Bluetooth to the grip and your phone. But the really cool thing is that I can fire the camera, the phone, when you're using their app with, get the phone on here. There we go. I can fire it, and it's going to, with this little button right here, it takes a picture right there with this remotely, which is really nice. So I can adjust this, and it works as a remote trigger and the flash, so I could turn it away and still fire and still get the thing to fire. But this is really nice that you can use it as a remote trigger and as the flash at the same time. Plus, that gives you the chance to adjust your distance, how far away you want the flash to be, because it's pretty bright, I'm finding, working with this thing. So that's just a brief little intro to it. Now we're going to get more in depth with it and start taking some shots and see how it all looks, and a little closer up look at the buttons and what their functions are. But right there, boom, it works really good. So now let's get a closer look at the buttons and the charging port here. We got your USB-C charge port right there. We've got your power on button right there. You hit that, and that fires it on. And then you've got your control, your brightness control knob on the top, which does that, which is right there. Then if you hit the power button quickly, it changes the color temperature of your fill light. Then you got over here, you got your flash button. You press that, and that turns off the fill light and turns on this blue light right here, which tells you your flash is ready. Then you've got your trigger button for the camera right there. And then this Bluetooth sync button, you hold both the flash and this button down for a couple seconds, get your Bluetooth to flash to connect the flash to your camera. Now I've got a little studio setup here just with an old Polaroid camera. We're going to do a quick little test with that using the flash. I've got it on using the Telesin Reef Color app right now. It does work in the regular iPhone camera app as well. The one thing it doesn't do is that you can't shoot it remotely, trigger from here, from the flash, when you're using the regular iPhone camera that comes with it. But it does work when you trigger this, it will trigger the flash. It's just kind of one thing I've noticed so far. But we're going to do a little test, taking a product shot here, and see how it looks on there with and without the flash. So we'll do the first shot is just a quick shot without the flash going off. I'll just point it away. Do a quick little shot here. Okay, so I've got the base shot. Now we're going to add the flash off to the side. Just kick that in. That looked good there. We're going to do another one straight from the top. And we'll see what that looks like. And I have noticed that the color temperature of this is very cool. So I've decided to making a little adapter. This is a 1/4 CTO warming gel, and I'm just going to put that over the front here just to warm this up a little bit, just to make the color temperature, just so I wouldn't have to adjust it afterwards in post or whatever. So we're going to try that, and we'll look at this with the gel on there. And it might soften it a little bit, because I found that this thing it's pretty harsh, pretty powerful. And I've got it dialed down as far as with the little dial there saying it is adjustable that way. I haven't seen a total amount of difference really adjusting that, but I've seen a little adjustment on that as well. So now for the next test we're going to do here, I'm up in my upper office here at the studio, and we're going to do a little bit of a bounce off the ceiling with this flash to kind of fill in my face here a little bit. It's not too bad right now, but we're going to just pop it in. We'll try some without the flash and some with the flash. So I've just got the flash sitting right up here, which will bounce off the ceiling, and just have the camera. I'm just going to hold it up in front of me here and fire off a couple shots and see what that looks like. So we'll test that now. So we'll do the first shot just with no flash. Okay, we got our base exposure there. Now we'll put the flash just to bounce off the ceiling up here. Put it up there. Do the same thing. See what that looks like. Got there a little fill in on that. So as you can see, with the no flash, the light feels a little bit like it's coming from below me just a little bit. You can see that in the catch lights in my eyes. But with the flash, you can see it filled in the blacks, opened up my face a bit more, which is nice. So that worked really good, bouncing it off the ceiling. However, when you use the flash directly pointed straight at you from on the camera, it's a bit harsh. And again, you can see the cooler color temperature on there as well. So now I'm in another backlit situation. We're going to use the flash bouncing off the wall in front of me here using the camera app that comes with the iPhone. And I made a mistake earlier. You can't, if you're using the flash and you're pressing the button on the grip itself to fire it, when you take the photo, it doesn't work. But when you press the remote trigger on the flash itself, it works. So that's the only way you can really use that flash with the camera app that comes on your phone. You have to fire it remotely from the button itself on here. So that's a little bit of a problem, but we're going to try that now. Get a shot here, look up, bounce off the wall, and we'll see what that looks like. Try that out. But we'll switch to the other app now. Back to the Reef Color, and we'll try one with it, see what it looks like, and test them both out. We'll put them side by side with their app versus this app. But you can also, in this situation, just use the fill light, which I've got it set to the warmest tone, and the brightness, I've got it about mid brightness. So we'll take a look at that and try that. And then we'll see what that looks like. So after playing around with this thing quite a bit now, I'm really starting to get the hang of it and all the different things you need to do to finesse it. You need to finesse it a little bit to make it work the way you want it to, I guess, is the best way to explain it. I did notice that the control knob up here for brightness, that works when you're using the iPhone camera app. That doesn't really work when you're using the Reef Color app that comes with the camera. There is a little dot right up here that shows the flash, and you click on it, and you can control the flash duration and the flash brightness on there, the flash brightness. But then you also have, when you click out of that, you have the brightness you can control with the knob here on there. And once you start finessing both of those two things, the durations and working with those and the brightness, this thing works really well. Here's a couple shots that show that you can adjust the brightness with the iPhone camera app right here. And then these are a couple other little shots I did just of some fake flowers using the app and switching to a couple different cameras that they have on here, like the Polaroid and the Hasselblad, shooting with that and adjusting it. And they do things a little bit different. Each little camera gives it a little different look, which is really kind of cool. So I'm really starting to enjoy that app a bit now that I'm playing around with it more. So this is something that I think it's an accessory you need to have, I think. Just if you want to mess around and do some other fun shots without having a lot of studio gear, you know, strobes and all that kind of stuff. You can just use this guy, and having the remote to be able to fire the camera just from this over here and making it fire, that I think that's really a cool feature. I like that, being able to remotely use that. Yeah, I don't have a price yet because I haven't seen it on their website yet. I'll put the link to the Telesin website and you can see if it's up there yet, but it's a new product, so I don't think it's quite out yet that you can purchase it. Maybe it's out now, I'm not sure. I haven't checked today, but I'll check before I post this, but I'll put the link in the description below. And as always, I appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, all of that business. And until next time, I'm out.